Fuck! What's going on, cast and crew? Welcome back to Tyler's Theater. So, King of Pop ain't doing too good. Just looked at Rotten Tomatoes. As you know, the Michael premiere was it yesterday? They had it in LA. It was either yesterday or 2 days ago, but it literally just premiered. Reviews are out. Critics are talking, and we are at a 31% on the tomato meter. And this morning when I looked at it, it was 27. So, what this means, why that number is so low, I'm really not sure. Even if this movie was bad, like let's just say it was just absolutely terrible. I'm thinking of this movie like worst case scenario, what it could be. I still would think it would be at least a 50%. So critics don't like this movie at all right now. But kind of going into Rotten Tomatoes, and so full disclaimer first, before I get into this, I don't trust Rotten Tomatoes, to be honest. So I'm holding that out that there is some hope. Rotten Tomatoes has given a couple movies I know some scores that I think it didn't deserve, whether it got a better score or a lower score. And then when I went to see the movie, I was like, no, this was better than they said, or it was worse than they said. But some of the stuff that the critics are saying on here is: the biopic of the King of Pop hides behind the memory of his glory years to avoid the sordid details. Yeah. Michael favors legend over reality, skipping controversy for spectacle, but Jafar Jackson's performance and the music sequences still make it entertaining. The radioactivity of the abuse charges pulsates through every second of the movie, even if it ends abruptly prior to the events leading to those charges. So, if this movie is considered bad because they don't cover his controversy, I think that's really messed up and quite honestly disgusting. I know that people feed on controversy, and if you're going into this movie looking for just the controversy, I can already tell you're going to be disappointed, right? One, the Michael state wouldn't let that happen. And two, you've seen the trailer. Doesn't seem like it would cover it. And three, there's way more to Michael than just that, right? Everyone's done bad things and everyone's made mistakes. And we still can't really, well, I don't want to go too deep into that. But if you're just going in with that mindset, I think automatically you're already losing that battle, right? You're not going to get that in this movie. I've said this in my previous videos. Michael, based on what I've seen in the trailer, this movie takes place before really he kind of goes solo. This whole movie is about him separating from his family and stepping into the role of him being a solo artist. Now, I've said this in my videos, and the one thing that I would have an issue with in regards to this movie is precisely that, because you're going to title the movie Michael. I want to go to watch Michael. And if they spend 2.5 hours on the family and the brothers and the dad, yeah, I get you can make a great story out of it, but that is a really long time to just focus on that. And that was my problem with this movie from the beginning. As I started watching the trailers more and I realized, wait, they're not showing anything past Bad Era. So what are they showing in this movie? One thing that I am worried and a little concerned about is if you look at every clip, every trailer, every teaser that they've given us, it is the same clips, just reorganized. And so to me, that's concerning. If it was a Marvel movie, I could say, oh, well, they're just hiding stuff. But what I don't want to see is all the best footage, specifically in the trailers, and then the rest of the movie is absolute garbage. That's what I don't want to see. The positives to this movie, I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be good for the family. If you're a Michael fan, you're going to be entertained. You're going to be singing. You're going to be probably dressed up, and you're going to be dancing in there. And it'll probably be a fun experience. One thing that I'm a little bit worried about, I know some people who have seen early screenings of this movie, and I kind of know a little bit. There is a sense to the whole movie feeling like just a copy of Michael's videos, music videos, but just in a modern day. And so I can see why that may get a little bit boring and dragging a little bit. From what I know, though, Jafar kills it. And I haven't seen the movie yet, but I can probably confidently at this time, from what I've seen, say that Jafar has put in 110%. I think he's going to do great. I think he looks like him. I think he sounds like him. And as far as the acting goes, the performances, I'm confident about that. The only thing is the story, what it's going to be, what it's going to be focused on, what the pace of the movie is going to be. I did read Variety's review, and I do trust Variety for the most part as far as what they say. They had some pretty good things to say about it, so if you want, go ahead and look at Variety's article and see what they said about the movie. But still, like I said, worst case scenario, if the movie could be as bad as I could even imagine it, I still don't think it would be that low. Now, again, I don't trust Rotten Tomatoes, so we're going to have to see the movie. You know my review is going to come. I'm hoping it doesn't let down. My fingers are crossed, but we shall see. That is going to be a wrap on today's video. Cast and crew, what do you guys think? Look for my review. Make sure you like, share, comment, and I will see you all in the next video.